Welcome back to Wealthy Wednesdays with the Property Queen. Today we are going to talk about 3 types of income: interactive income, passive income, and interest income. So first off, active income. Active income is going to be the income that is your job. It's literally the thing that you have to do, physically wake up every day to do in order to collect a paycheck at the end of the week, end of the day, whatever it is. It could be salary based, it could be hourly based, or even commission based.
Or a mix even.
Or a mix of all, yeah. It's literally, think about it, anything you literally have to do. And if you were to get sick today, and then all of a sudden you wouldn't have money, that's active income.
Oh, and also if you're even a waitress and you're getting, or
tips.
server tips,
Yeah,
you're getting
tips
hourly
are a big
plus
one.
tips, that is
Active
separate.
income.
Yep.
Yeah.
The second one is passive income. This is income that we are all trying to obtain. This is something that we can name mailbox money. I mean, money that you make while you sleep.
Yeah.
There are all different ways to kind of coin this, and it is obviously what we look to achieve, just because you are literally doing nothing in order to make this income.
Exactly. So types of passive income would be like rental properties, right? If you have a management company in place, because like we said, active income, right? So if you are your own property management company, I'm sorry, but that is a job. It may be also creating passive income when you are to build equity and things in the future, but yes, that is still a job.
Another type of passive income, if you think about partnerships, if you guys watched another video that I did where I talked about partnerships, in a limited partnership, you can actually have 2 types of income. The general partner will have active income, and then the limited partner will have the passive income, so it kind of ties both of those together, which is kind of fun.
And that ties into business venture investing in different businesses, buying into either early equity, being a limited partner, receiving passive income from that investment or venture that you're invested in. And there are many ways to do that. You can invest in a lot of private companies, startups, entertainment. So movies are a big thing that's picking up some speed where we're at here in the Southeast. So lots of cool and interesting opportunities you can invest in and receive some passive income, some mailbox money.
And those are ways that you can really get some large upside, because you're investing into a company on the front end before they've grown. Because if it's a multi-million dollar, billion-dollar company, that's something that when you invest, it's a stock. It's not, you're not investing ground level anymore. So those that she's talking about are basically ground level, or even like a company that's been up and running for a few years but is still on like essentially a mom and pop or even a little bit bigger scale, in order to get that upside.
Or invest into startup companies that are literally just starting up.
And that can be risky. It's the risk reward ratio.
Yeah.
How much risk are you willing to take, and really doing your research on those companies and finding out what it is they do, what their track record is. If they have one, they may be very new, but it can be a great opportunity.
High risk, high reward, right?
Yeah.
A great website would be AngelList,
WeFunder.
Yeah.
So that brings us to our third type of income, interest income. This can be your savings accounts, even checking accounts, some pay interest now, bonds, CDs, money market funds, really anything that you're collecting interest from. And one question I get asked a lot is, how often do I receive interest? Some tools pay them annually, once a year. Some pay quarterly, 4 times a year. And then some pay monthly in some cases. So it depends on which tool you're putting your money in to generate that interest income.
And then another big question we get, or people ask, is that how much of your active income should you use to invest in your passive income and your interest income? So what I personally did starting out was set aside 10% of my active income, and I put 5% into passive and 5% into interest. And then you can gradually, as these start making, after your passive and interest income start making money, obviously you can, continue to reinvest, or then you can leverage more money where you can use more of your active income to move more as you go into passive and interest income.
And so that's a great idea. I love that. And that number can vary person to person. Take a look at your free cash flow. So what you have left over after your basic living expenses that you have to spend money on, like your rent and utilities, gas money, food, which is important, and see what you have left over from that and what you can afford to save.
Yeah. And one thing that I did too starting out is, because I know a lot of people, it's like you generally will spend what you make. So I always I call myself paying myself first, where I would take that 10% out, like as soon as I got my check at the time, and I would reinvest it right away before anything else.
And as the attorney, I'm always thinking pessimistically. So if for some reason you lose your active income, these passive incomes and interest incomes are going to act as a sort of protection to you to make sure that you at least have something coming in. Interest income isn't going to be obviously anything that you could live on, but you really want to use passive to supplement your active income.
And we will talk more about that and how you can use your passive and interest income to create retirement in next week's video. So make sure you watch us next Wednesday, and we will see you then. Bye.